is the 950.
Doctor, my eyes have seen the years and the slow parade of fears without cries. Now I want to understand.
12:51 on your clock right now, and it is 950 on your radio dial. HRER, you're listening all around the world. It's the Michael Garfield Show, also called The World According to Golf, on-air blog Friday, but no phone calls for the next few minutes, because right about this time, every Friday, have a lovely conversation with Shannon Register, the Real Estate Rundown. You can hear her show Sunday afternoons. And this is, I like this. This is a neat segment we started about a month and a half, 2 months ago, because real estate here, I'd like to think the whole economy is slowly coming back. People want to move to Houston as we bring Shannon in right now. How is the inventory right now, Shannon? Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Give us the lay of the land.
Well, here in Houston, we have about 3.5 months of inventory, which means it is a seller's market, and we have very low inventory. But nationwide, people are ready to buy houses. They want to buy, and inventory is extremely low. So we've got a very interesting situation going on. We need to build more houses.
To build more houses is one thing, which is good. But you have to think that people, they don't want to spend as much money. Now, and this is tough. It all depends where you're living. So Shannon, explain this one. Is it more affordable to move into a brand new home or look into a previously used home?
It is usually going to be more affordable to buy a pre-existing home. Part of that's because, it may already have curtains, it may already have blinds, it may come with a refrigerator. Normally, it's already fenced. It's got all these things that a new home construction house wouldn't have. However, we are so low on inventory. As a buyer, you may not be able to find what you're looking for, and you may be, in that sense, if you want to buy, you may have to buy new construction. Interesting thing going on right now, though. We've been talking a lot about how lenders they have such strong restrictions on them right now. Builders can't just go out and get the money they need to build new homes. So one of the things that's happening is you've got these big publicly traded home building companies, your Lennar, D.R. Horton, the big guys. They can go and sell stock to get money to go build new neighborhoods, new houses. And your smaller builders can't just go to a lender and get money. So they're looking at, what do they need to do? Go public?
That may be the answer right now. And we talk about different communities. There's so many, kind of pre-planned communities. Obviously, starting with the Woodlands, way back in the day, and now there's different pockets of all around.
Right.
I live out in Fort Bend area, and I know there's some, the Alienas, the Ascena plantations, the Telfairs, and you're hearing these things. And these are the community builders, and obviously it's the home builders themselves who have to buy the lots and build. The smaller, and I remember I was very involved in real estate. I spoke for a lot of different home builders. Well, not just a few different home builders. I would say 6-7 years ago, Shannon, and they're not around anymore because they were so small. It's these national builders,
That's
you're right, who can get that money, because money, I guess it's hard to come by in terms of these lenders. And so is that the way of the world? Are we not going to see the small one-off, type of custom builders, or we're going to see these big conglomerates building the new homes?
It appears that that's what's happening. That's the direction we're going. What happened with the lenders is they lost so much money on home builders that now they've put in so many restrictions that it's hard for them to get money. It's hard for consumers to get money. If you've got credit issues or you haven't been on your job long enough, you're going to have problems getting money too. But the lenders, they're used to going out and borrowing a few $1 million to go build, 10 houses, 20 houses at a time. And, they have a lot more restrictions on them now.
Shannon Register joining with me, as she does every time this Friday. Talked a little real estate rundown. She's got a show on Sunday. We'll talk about what's coming up here in a few minutes. More interested, I think people really, their ears are perking up about the inventory. If the inventory, as you say, is low, and it's a seller's market, people are thinking, if I'm going to move, if I'm going to put my house in the market, now may be the time, because I'm probably going to get a little bit more a little bit more money for it than I normally would.
Yeah, right now, more homes sold this past January than in any January since 2007. So houses are definitely moving. If you need to sell, if you want to sell, it is a great time to sell. And it can't do anything but force home prices upwards.
I'm on your website right now. I'm looking at RREA.com, and I know you got many websites. And you have different sections over here about tips on buying a home, tips on selling your home. If people are now, if they're deciding, they've thought about it for a few years, thinking, okay, at some point we want to sell. They're listening to us right now going, well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to sell, now's the time to do it. What are the first steps to do? Should you look at, what is being sold in your area? Because different areas are different, I assume. There may be one neighborhood, one section where there's a ton of inventory. Should you check the market first?
Yes, you need to pick your realtor first. You need to talk to your realtor, find out what's going on in that neighborhood, because each neighborhood varies. I mean, they're different. Around Houston's a big area. There are a lot of different pockets that are, moving well. Some are not moving so well. So you want to find out what's going on in your area. And then second, you want to find out from your realtor what you need to do to get that house ready to go on the market. Because if your competition in the neighborhood is all, houses that are 20 years old, haven't been upgraded, then you don't want to go in and do a lot of upgrades. But if everybody in the neighborhood's been, remodeling, putting in new kitchens and bathrooms, then that may be what you have to do to be competitive. So you really want to know what's going on in the market first, and then look at what you need to do to get the house sold. And once you put it on the market, chances are it's going to sell very quickly.
You kind of think it may be a catch-22 with the latter, what you were talking about, because if you do start upgrading it, you build a new kitchen and you build everything, at some point you're going to look, hey, I live in a pretty darn good house. Maybe I don't want to move. I mean, people have to be in that scenario sometimes too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But, we've got a lot of buyers out there. They know they can still get low interest rates, and they're ready to buy. And a lot of them are cash buyers. So, if you want to sell, it is a good time to put the house on the market. Spring is always a great time to get your house on the market. You can get the lawn looking good, looks nice. And we know that there are a lot of active buyers out there right now. And if you're a buyer, we actually have a free National Association of Home Builders booklet that we are giving out to consumers right now. So if you call in on the answer line, 281-882-8088, and leave us your address and leave us your real estate question, we can send that book to you. And it's got great information. If you're even thinking about buying real estate, you want to read this book. It's a great book. It's free. And all you have to do is give us a call at 281-882-8088, and we can get that out to you.
And I know you usually use that on your radio show, which is Sundays 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. This coming Sunday, it's Houston Real Estate Radio with Shannon Register. Any special guests? What do we expect to hear this coming Sunday?
We've got Ian Faria on. He is he's a real estate attorney. Always brings great information. We also have Check a Pro Joe on. Always fun conversations with him. And we're going to continue our Coast to Coast update. And also, we have Rita Santa Maria coming on. I don't know if you've heard about Champion School of Real Estate, but they are celebrating 30 years. So that's exciting.
It is. All right. So it's 1 o'clock. It is a real estate rundown. This is Shannon Register, the real estate, the real to the stars. You cool with that?
I'm cool with that, if you're cool with that.
Oh, great. Hey, great information. You are our expert. We listen to you for the call-in every Friday right around 12:50, and certainly on Sundays at 1 o'clock. Thank you so much. Now, get out there and sell. People need you, okay?
That's what I'm going to do today. It's a great day to sell.
Thanks so much, Shannon. We'll talk to you next week, too.
All right, thanks.
All right. Don't forget to listen to her show also Sundays at 1 to 2 o'clock. All right, peeps. Halfway there, almost. We got one more hour. Hey, last day for me of the week. I don't have a High Tech Texan show tomorrow. We're going to talk more. Galaxy Samsung S4 coming out. Oops. Did you buy too soon? Also, PlayStation 4. Give you some Microsoft updating on news, too. And what are you doing this weekend? It's a big TV weekend on Sunday. We got Oscars, and we got the Daytona 500. Danica Patrick sitting on the pole. She could change the face of not only auto racing, but sports forever. We've got a men versus women debate coming up on the Michael Garfield World According to Garf show. Stand by. Don't go anywhere.
The Michael Garfield Show on the 950.